ABC 27 Digital Now Center. This is Beyond the Forecast with your most accurate local meteorologists.
Well, good morning, everybody. It is great to be with all of you as we kickstart another Beyond the Forecast. And, this one is not going to be a long one as we once again talk about not a lot, right? There's not much to talk about on this Thursday. The good news is we've got more nice weather coming up. We don't really see any change in the pattern. It's going to be cool and comfortable here through Labor Day weekend. And then the next thing is really going to be, when is the next chance for rainfall? And that is something that we're going to be talking about quite a bit here over the course of probably the next 2 weeks as we move into September. And I know the ag folks are really hoping for some rain. I mean, it has been a pretty dry August. We're going to take a look at that. And also just allow me to shout out my colleague, Eric Finkenbinder. You know, for those of you that may not know, he is a farmer. He farms during the day, and then he's our chief meteorologist at night. But I did want to point out that, he posted an ag update, and I think he's going to be doing this regularly on our brand new smart TV app. So it's not something you're going to see on the daily news, but you can download our ABC 27 Plus app. And if you live in that ag world and want to know what Eric thinks about farming and the latest forecasts there, it's great chatter. And we will give him a little plug here and a little shout out as well, because he knows a lot about farming, and there's nobody I would trust more than him when it comes to talking about agriculture, especially here in this area. And we'll give ourselves a plug too. Dan Tomaso and I will be dropping a new episode of Weather Wagers. It is our podcast where we talk about weather and sports. We're going to give the forecast for all the big weekend games, and yes, we do talk wagering too. We're going to be making some picks, and we still are looking for your ideas as to what the loser at the end of the football season has to do. We've got some. We're going to talk about them on the podcast today. You can also find that on our ABC 27 Plus app, on the ABC 27 YouTube channel, and wherever you get your podcasts, Apple, Spotify, Amazon, you name it. So lots of good programming from our weather team here, and that includes this, Beyond the Forecast. Let's get started, shall we, as we allowed the audience to build up a little bit here. We're glad you're with us. Today's forecast, as we look at some headlines, there are some clouds overhead this morning thanks to a front that will be coming through tonight. And out ahead of it, there's a few high, thin clouds. A great week continues. Really, really pleasant. The weekend looks perfect. Can I say that? I think it looks awesome. I really do. And, again, the good part for outdoor plans, or the bad part if you are farming and you need some, is there's no rain in the forecast. And it has been a dry month, only 1.5 inches, and that's at the airport. Many of you have seen far less. But notice where we should be nearing the end of August, over 3 inches, over 3.25 inches, and we are nowhere near that. We still do have a surplus of about 1.75 inches for the year, but boy, August has hurt. Chambersburg looking good. Again, some thin clouds overhead this morning, some sunshine breaking through. It's awesome. It really is, and you can see those clouds on the satellite, but they're out ahead of a front that is actually producing a fair amount of rain up over Canada. We'll talk about that in a minute. Du Bois actually dipped into the 30s. That's the first time Du Bois has been in the 30s in August since 1986. Wow, good stuff. 48 in Lebanon, 48 in York. Lebanon, 10 degrees cooler than yesterday. Most spots are right in line with yesterday morning, so it's sweatshirt weather. Dew points are low. Low, 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 low. And I love it, right? I mean, this type of weather is awesome. Partly cloudy, 77 today. Southwest winds. Mwah! I mean, that's good stuff. 60 tonight. Maybe a sprinkle with some clouds because it's this front. Now, I've pointed it out with some of our arrows here, but I'll also draw it on the map. So this water vapor loop shows a couple of things. The first thing it does is it kind of shows this deep northwest flow. Okay, you can kind of see it here. And the second thing it does is it does point out this front, and that's why I've drawn the arrows on the map. So there it is. It looks good to me, and I really think you're going to enjoy the weather because we're in this deep northwest flow. Here is the front, though, and it looks rather impressive. There's some good rain going on north of Toronto over toward Ottawa. So, again, here's the deep northwest flow, right? You can kind of see that. But as we look at the pattern and we look at the front, I mean, listen, this front is not that impressive. I mean, here it is. and it's going to be dropping in tonight. And unfortunately, as it hits a wall of dry air, it's just going to kind of go kaput over top of us. So the evening should be fun, although we will see increasing clouds. There's going to be a mix of clouds and sunshine today. Temperatures in the 70s, and then tonight clouds will increase. Watch this on Precision Cast. Looks fine this afternoon. Clouds will increase tonight. Now, there might be a sprinkle over the ridge tops, and I'm talking a sprinkle at best. That's it. So don't get your hopes up for measurable rain. It ain't happening. And then tomorrow, after some clouds to start, the sun breaks through. A great evening for Friday night football. I mean, really nice. Saturday looks good for Penn State. Again, really nice. We'll try to give you that forecast here in a minute, too. Temperatures in the mid-70s today, upper 70s, not out of the realm of possibility. Now, with the clouds tonight, we will not get as cool. We will not be in the 40s tonight. I think we're going to be likely staying around 60. Some of us will dip into the 50s, but it's going to be a tad warmer tonight with the clouds, and then tomorrow, really pleasant. 70s again. Gorgeous. Today, maybe a little bit of a southwest breeze ahead of that front, and then as we move into, again, tomorrow, northwest winds picking up, pretty breezy, but again, not too shabby. The extended outlook is going to feature no rain. Look at this. This is the problem. There's really going to be no measurable rain for the next week, and it's not until late next week, we're talking in the Thursday, Friday timeframe, that we see any showers. 83 is our average. Notice we stay below it. Now, next week we should be back into the 80s. It'll be more seasonable, but notice most of the country continues the cool stretch. The Climate Prediction Center favoring cool temperatures, and I sort of see the same thing as we look ahead. We can show that to you here with our temperature trends. This is the NWS blend of models we've shown, and it keeps us in the 70s for most of the next 10 days. The European does go a little warm, but remember, they do trend warm, and this model does. I mean, low 80s at best, but you can also see it's got some big swings. Most of the next 7 to 10 days are going to be in the 70s. And lastly, we will check out some precipitation totals for you here on the European, because I just want to point out it does look bleak as we move into the next several days. So let's take you through. Here's tonight, and you'll notice it dries out right before it hits our region. Let's take you into Monday. We don't expect any rain through Monday. So here's Tuesday morning. Through Tuesday morning, our region continues to look dry. This is the European model. We'll take you through. It's not until late next week, late Thursday into Friday, that we see any rain at all. And now we're already into the second week of September, maybe a half inch of rain. Okay. So again, to me, rainfall chances look bleak, and that may be good news to you, or it may be bad news to you, depending on your outlook, whether or not you're a farmer or whether or not you're hoping for some nice weather for some outdoor activities the next couple of weeks. It will be nice. Partly cloudy today, mostly sunny tomorrow. It will be breezy tomorrow after that front pushes through. And then, man, it doesn't get any better than this, does it? We're talking about low to mid-70s, 80s next week as we move into Labor Day. That 7-day forecast is absolutely gorgeous. And for those of you that are going to be headed up to Happy Valley this weekend, I realize it's not a big game, and it is a game that Penn State should win pretty handily. But you know what? It's a rite of passage in the fall, is it not? And I'm telling you, Beaver Stadium certainly looks nice. Home opener, Saturday at 3:30, sunny and pleasant. Great weather for tailgating. You can't beat it. It's going to be absolutely gorgeous. And as I mentioned, for more weather and sports talk, Dan Tomaso and I, you have to check out our podcast, Weather Wagers. A new episode will drop later today. It's awesome. It's fun. We have side wagers on there. We do talk about the lines for these games. We talk about the weather. There's going to be some active weather in the south that could affect some of those big games this weekend. So lots to talk about there, too. But for now, enjoy the beautiful Labor Day weekend that is almost upon us, everybody. Thanks for watching Beyond the Forecast. I'm meteorologist Brett Thackara.